for me to say that I didn't see the vision is correct. That's 100% correct. See, you know what people's problem is? And I tell this to a lot of artists, especially female artists. Just because I don't work with you don't mean I'm not rooting for you. You understand what I'm saying? Some people be like, yo, Cam don't want to put me on. Cam ain't doing this. Yo, sometimes I don't think it's going to work, and then it may work. And then if it works, you could be like, yeah, I told you, Cam. And not only that, I'm going to be right at the top too. So I'll be like, high five, you here? Happy you made it, mother.
Cameron just checked Dame Dash in a way that cuts straight to power, business, and who really puts on for the next generation of New York City rappers. Now here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't just another Cam versus Dame Dash moment. This is about gatekeeping in hip-hop. It's about business decisions versus real support. And it's about whether refusing to work with somebody means you never wanted them to win in the first place. Dame Dash went on record saying that Cameron refused to do business with New York City's new rappers. Not ignored them, not missed the wave, but refused. Now that's a heavy accusation when you're talking about legacy artists and industry power, especially when names like A$AP Rocky get pulled into the conversation. So Cam finally addressed it, and instead of ducking it or dancing around it, he owned what he owned and pushed back where it mattered. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let me get to the question about what Dame and Boogie was talking about. He said, you never supported A$AP Rocky. Is that true? And if it is, why?
What the fuck is Dame talking about, man? Yo.
I'm just saying what he said, bro.
No, that's not true. Sugar and A$AP, Sugar Duggar and A$AP Rocky is like super duper close friends. Like, that's his man. What I will say is this, is that I didn't know how big A$AP was gonna be. I will say that I didn't see. The same thing like we can say with Max B. Like, I didn't know how big Max potential was. And I said that on, I don't remember what show, but I don't think it was, I think I said, as a matter of fact, when I was interviewing Max, I'm not the fucking wizard to have the vision to see who's gonna be the best artist of the worst artists. I fuck with artists that blew up, and then I fuck with artists that couldn't sell fucking no records. But I never brushed them off or never not supported them. Absolutely support them. I just didn't see the vision, how big they were. Music was changing, and they were aware of that. Not just music, they were very fashionable to where you might not understood the fashion in the beginning. But to say I didn't support them, that's absolutely incorrect. For me to say that I didn't see the vision is correct. That's 100% correct. See, you know what people's problem is? And I tell this to a lot of artists, especially female artists. Just because I don't work with you don't mean I'm not rooting for you. You understand what I'm saying? Some people be like, yo, Cam don't want to put me on. Cam ain't doing this. Yo, sometimes I don't think it's going to work, and then it may work. And then if it works, you could be like, yeah, I told you, Cam. And not only that, I'm going to be right at the top too. So I'll be like, high five, nigga, you here? Nigga, I'm happy you made it, motherfucker. Yeah. Fuck, let's go cop a couple houses together. Let's cop a whip together. Just because I don't work with you doesn't mean I'm not rooting for you. And I think people get that confused to where I'll be like, Cam, I don't have time to, because maybe I want to write a movie. Maybe I want to write a TV show. Maybe I want to produce 7 other shows for my network, that I don't have time to specifically work with somebody, and niggas be like, yo, Cam don't fuck with me. Cam ain't fuck with me. That's nothing could be further from the truth. I do fuck with niggas. It's just because I don't work with you, that doesn't mean that I don't want you to win. And I think a lot of people get that confused. So Dame is 100% incorrect. Like, listen, I don't even want to go down this path with this dude, because all he's gonna do is post this clip and then respond to this clip and go on another tangent for this long by you even bringing this up. You know what I'm saying? So all this is, this 6-7 minute dialogue that we having is 3 weeks for him. I see how it works now. I see he'll chop it up, respond, go on all the dialogue, shout out to all the dialogue. And yo, Kim is like, yo, bro, I've never seen a nigga that I fuck with and had genuine love for try to discredit somebody's character so bad for the algorithm. You know, I had people around him. Now, I didn't have nobody around him. That's false. But I heard about when me and him was going back and forth, how he was saying he's lit right now. And I'm like, damn. I'd look at that shit like, damn, this nigga, it's cool to be lit off of beefing with your man, bro. Where the fuck are we at in the world? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, this nigga really taking this at being lit. I felt like, damn, man, it was fucked up. But, you know, it is what it is. What can I say about it? But that's, to answer your question, that's 100% false.
This conversation hits harder because it exposes how messy the line really is between loyalty and business and hip hop. And that's why I don't think this situation is as simple as people want it to be. Everybody wants a villain. Everybody wants to say somebody refused to help the next generation. But the truth usually lies somewhere in the gray area, especially when you talk about artists who came up in a different era and had to build their power from nothing. What stood out to me most wasn't Kim defending himself. It was how calm he was about being wrong sometimes. Now, that's rare in this industry. Most people rewrite history after something blows up. Cam basically said, yeah, I didn't see it coming every single time. And that doesn't mean I wanted anybody to fail. That actually sounds like honesty instead of a spin. And here's the part people don't like admitting. Hip-hop loves the idea of community, but runs on individual risk. Nobody has unlimited time in the game. Nobody has unlimited money. And nobody has unlimited creative energy. So when an artist chooses not to work with somebody, it doesn't automatically mean they hate them. Sometimes it means they didn't feel the connection at the moment. And I also think people underestimate how much things change once you're running networks, brands, shows, and businesses. That's not the same as just being a rapper, just looking for the next hot verse. The responsibility is different. The consequences are different. One bad business move can cost way more than just a feature. And here's a quick reality check that doesn't get talked about enough. Over 90% of major label artists never recoup their advance. That means most deals lose money. So when somebody says, why didn't you do business with this artist? You also have to ask, was that business even viable at that time? At the same time, I understand why newer artists feel away. When you grow up watching legends, you expect guidance. You expect doors to open. And when they don't, it feels personal, especially in a city like New York City, where legacy means everything. So I get both perspectives, even when they don't line up perfectly. What I don't love is when these conversations turn into character attacks, when support gets confused with obligation, when not working together gets turned into betrayal. That's when it stops being about the culture and it starts being about content. I don't think anybody here is wrong for how they feel. I think this is what happens when business, ego, legacy, and opportunity all collide in public. And honestly, these are the conversation hip-hop needs to have without turning them into sides. Because if the goal is really to see the next generation win, then understanding how these decisions get made matters more than blaming who didn't make them. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think not doing business with an artist is the same thing as not supporting them? And should hip-hop legends be expected to actively put on for new artists? Or is success supposed to be earned without that cosign? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.